Welcome to Storytimer at Large. Gloria, Tracy, and Scott Buck. Gloria Jean Carmack was born on April 27, 1946. She went to Arcanum High School in Arcanum, Ohio. That's in Darke County, and it's northwest of Dayton. Gloria Jean married Jack Buck, and the two settled down to raise a family in Dayton. Gloria Jean Buck and her young children, Tracy and Scott, were home on Saturday, January 13, 1973. They lived at 2020 Arthur Avenue in northwest Dayton. Someone entered their home on Saturday, January 13, 1973, and sexually assaulted Gloria. That perpetrator then shot her with a .22 caliber weapon and stabbed her to death. That man also stabbed young Tracy and Scott to death as well. Who could have done this? This family had no known enemies. Gloria's husband Jack was cleared of any involvement. 12 days later, on Thursday, January 25, 1973, someone entered the home of 13-year-old Linda Dirth in nearby Brookville, Ohio. That man sexually assaulted Linda and shot her 3 times in the head with a .22 caliber weapon. Linda's family had a very protective Dalmatian dog, and the killer or killers had beaten the dog and locked it in the basement. These murders are still unsolved. Are they the work of the same killer? It seems very likely. We've got only, a week apart, basically, 12 days later, 12 days apart, and we've got the same caliber weapon and the same situation. Someone enters a home, they rape and murder the female in the home, and the caliber of weapon was a .22 caliber. Both of these happened on the northwest side of Dayton. So the Buck family here lived on the northwest side of Dayton, sort of in town, still in town, and the Dirth home where Linda, 13-year-old Linda, was killed is northwest of Dayton, maybe 30 minutes from the Buck family home. So I'm kind of wondering if the killer was someone who was a delivery person or had some sort of route or was a meter reader or something like that, where they were able to travel around and not able to take a person into their vehicle. There's a series of murders in and around Dayton where the killing doesn't happen in a vehicle, or the person isn't taken into a vehicle. I'm particularly thinking of Cindy Rader and Judy Cantor. They were both murdered in 1975. Cindy was walking to work one morning when she was dragged into a vacant home, sexually assaulted and stabbed to death. Judy Cantor was walking home from work one evening when she was abducted, sexually assaulted, and killed by 2 shotgun blasts. That the fact that they aren't taken into a vehicle and taken away to another location, and that these 2 murders, the Buck family murder here and Linda Dirth's murder northwest of Dayton, the fact that it's not, this killer doesn't want them in his vehicle. Is it because it's a company vehicle and he can't leave evidence in it? Doesn't want to get it messy? There's something there, I think. But let's talk about some other Dayton area murders of young women. Jean Marie Melville was abducted from a Richmond, Indiana bus station and found murdered in 1970 near Arcanum in Darke County. Jean Marie Melville was not identified for decades, but recently she was identified, and we do know who she was. She was from Wisconsin, and had been traveling to Ohio to visit family. Deborah Rubenfeld was abducted, sexually assaulted, and shot to death with a .32 caliber weapon in 1972. As I mentioned, Cindy Rader and Judy Cantor were both murdered in 1975 in Dayton. Who could have done these crimes? The main serial killers active in Ohio in the 1970s don't exactly fit for these crimes. So are we looking at another serial killer here? Eugene William Gall Jr. was incarcerated in 1973. Ralph Richard Howell almost exclusively strangled his victims. Larry Ralston tended to meet his Cincinnati area victims at teen parties. And I don't think Larry Ralston was in Ohio in 73. I could be wrong, though. Are these Dayton area murders the work of one killer or many different killers? Hopefully there are rape kits preserved and DNA testing could still take place and identify the killer. I really do think that because of the timing and the same caliber of weapon, I think that the Gloria Jean Buck family murder here with Tracy and Scott and the Linda Dearth murder, they took place 12 days apart and a very similar MO happening there. Gloria Jean Buck and her children were buried together at Tristle Cemetery in Lebanon, Ohio. Rest in peace, Gloria, Tracy, and Scott. If you have information about the murders of Gloria Buck and her children, Tracy and Scott, I'll be posting a link in the comments section to the Ohio Attorney General's cold case website. The link is specific to this particular family's homicide, so the links aren't interchangeable. Thank you so much for watching the video today all the way to the end. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button for justice. If you're subscribing, really appreciate that. Any more attention that these cases get, the more likely they are to be solved. We might put this case in front of just the right person who remembers something or saw something then and thought the police already knew it. Or somebody who knows something and maybe they were afraid to say something in 1973, but they're not afraid now. Or maybe they were loyal to someone then, but they don't feel that same loyalty now, and they can speak more freely. So again, that link to submit tips will be in the comments section of this video. Thank you so much for watching again. I hope today is a good day for you. I hope you are kind to someone out there in the world, and I hope someone else is kind to you.